Now just for a minute to induce a little inner quiet or stillness inside of yourself, let us just sit quietly without moving the body, and then begin to watch the breath and slow your breathing down. You know, you normally breathe 16 times a minute, 14 to 16 times a minute. And when you breathe slowly and evenly, and inside of yourself you produce a state of inner equilibrium, and eventually you become relaxed, more relaxed. And then as you slow down the breathing, or the breath slows down, you come a little closer and closer to the supernal realms that exist right within your own nature. I used to sit with my master when he had control of his heartbeat, and he could slow it down to any amount of beats per minute that he wanted to. When the heart beats slowly and keeps decreasing in heartbeat per minute, in heartbeats per minute. And then when you get down to about 7 or 8 breaths per minute, and you're doing it normally and naturally and easily, and then as you drop down slower, and when you get down to around 5 or 6 breaths per minute, then that veil begins to lift that covers the mind, that blackness that covers the mind begins to go away. Then you perceive behind that light, or behind that darkness, just like the sun rises on a new day. Then that light, and then you see the light that is just behind the darkness of closed eyes. Then you become so absorbed in that you cease to breathe at all. There are yogis that cease using breath for maybe a week at a time, hour or so at a time, a day at a time, week at a time. And I have been told by good authority that there's yogis in caves in India that haven't breathed the breath of life for 100 years. That is a breath in the sense that we breathe because of physical necessity. It is amazing what the science of yoga will help you learn about your own body, about your own mind, and about your own spiritual nature as well. So it's easy to see that it's natural that when a normal person or creature stops breathing, that the soul or the real entity separates from the body and leaves it, and leaves the body as we call dead. But St. Paul used to do that in the scriptures, and he didn't know. He said he died daily. But you know, when you slip out of one phase into another in your meditation, you do really die to the old status, and then you obtain a new one, you see. So you really die daily, you die each time, so to speak. But that doesn't mean that you do it permanently. No, because you can enjoy the next life after this one without losing your physical body. The science of yoga will teach you how to do that. And I think that's why this yogi from India, this Mahesh yogi of India that you've been reading about, all those men know these things. And that's why they're happy and free and of good cheer, and they haven't anything to worry about anymore. They don't fear death. They don't fear anything. So they get happy. And our subject today is awaken your power to be happy. And unless we're happy, we haven't arrived. We haven't achieved what we should achieve unless we're really happy. And when we get happy, we find the world a great place to live in. We find things in order and in their place. And there's a great joy in living if we can live and be happy. But if we're less than happy, then it's a torture. It's a miserable place to live unless we know how to acquire happiness within ourselves. And happiness is a state of mind. So if we get at the right state of mind, we can be happy. And we can be good fellows, we can be desirable citizens of the world, and everything seems to be better for us if we are full of joy. So this morning, now there is a technique in yoga, like concentrating the attention at the point between the eyebrows. That is the mood of meditation. It's most important. So when you sit with your body for a few moments and get it relaxed as best you can, then lift the attention of your eyes and focus them at the mid spot between the two eyebrows. That is the beginning of learning how to concentrate the mind, to bring it to a state of one-pointedness. And without one-pointedness of thought, or one-pointedness of direction, or one-pointedness of interest, call it whatever you will, you don't produce anything. And when you are able to concentrate your mind one-pointedly, it's just the difference between a rifle shell or a bullet versus a shotgun shell full of little shot that when it goes off, it just goes every direction. It's nothing practically. But when you shoot the shell like the rifle shell, then it goes to its one place, and when it leaves the shell, or like the arrow leaves the bow, then it's left to do its work. So incidentally, this creative energy, this cosmic intelligence that's everywhere present, just like an ocean around fishes, you might say, counting fishes like human beings in the great ocean that holds them, supports them, sustains them. We live in a great ocean of energy, and concentrated thought can precipitate static energy. And that energy, when it's precipitated, follows the pattern of a desire and brings it into manifestation sooner or later. And if you have tremendous power of concentration, of course you can bring it about almost instantly.